The whole courtroom chuckled when Karen, the HOA president, rolled her eyes at the man taking the witness stand. But that laugh died the second the bailiff said his name. It started as a petty HOA dispute. Karen had fined almost every resident for something ridiculous. Mailbox paint shade, grass height, even a child's sidewalk chalk. This time she was dragging Mr. Lewis, a quiet man who kept to himself, into court over a non-compliant fence. Karen strutted in like she owned the place. Her smirk was loud enough to hear. When the judge called the first witness, a tall man in a plain suit, she barely looked up. When she did, she gave the biggest eye roll anyone had ever seen, whispering to her lawyer, "This'll be easy." The man didn't flinch. He stepped to the stand calmly, placed his hand on the Bible, and swore in. That's when the bailiff's voice rang out, steady and firm. "State your full name for the record." The man leaned forward into the microphone. "Special Agent Daniel Lewis, Federal Bureau of Investigation." The room went silent. Even the judge froze for a second before clearing his throat. Karen's smug grin slid right off her face. Turns out, Karen's little fence violation case was about to open a whole different door. Mr. Lewis wasn't just a homeowner. He'd been quietly documenting the HOA's finances for months. He spoke clearly, methodically, laying out evidence of embezzlement, false fines, and misuse of funds, all tied directly to Karen. Every slide the court clerk projected showed receipts, bank transfers, and Karen's own signature. She tried to interrupt, claiming this was irrelevant, but the judge shut her down fast. "Mrs. Harding, this goes directly to your credibility and possibly your freedom." By the time he finished, the courtroom wasn't looking at Karen like a powerful HOA president anymore. They were looking at her like a criminal. When the verdict came, it wasn't just case dismissed. The judge ordered an immediate investigation into Karen's leadership and referred the matter to the state's attorney. The gavel hit, and Karen's face was pale as paper. As the bailiff led her out, Mr. Lewis simply adjusted his tie and nodded at the neighbors in the gallery. It wasn't just a win, it was justice served. If you loved seeing justice handed out like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because some stories deserve to be heard by everyone.